Welcome students to grammar class. I hope you all are watching the videos. Let's move on to the second part of English grammar lesson number 26, preposition. In part 1 we learned about what are prepositions. Yes, we also learned about the kinds of preposition. So before we start, let's recall what are prepositions. Prepositions are words that we use before nouns or pronouns to show their relationship with other words in a sentence. Kinds of preposition. There are three kinds of preposition. The first kind, preposition of place or location. That is, it shows the position of a noun or a pronoun. Preposition of direction or movement. And prepositions of time. We also learned through a diagram the different position of noun and pronoun and related preposition words we use. So dear children, let's move on to the textbook exercise. Take the exercise B, underline the preposition. The first sentence, open your book at page 55. So here in this sentence the preposition is at. There are two boys standing behind the gate. Here the preposition is behind. My 5-year-old sister is very fond of watching Tom and Jerry cartoon. Of. We waited for you at the party. Why did you not come? Dear children, it is not necessary that you get only one preposition in a sentence. Sometimes you get two or more prepositions also. So in number 4, we have two prepositions, for and at. Number 5, you should be careful with your toys. Yes, which preposition? Yes, with is the preposition. What is the time by your watch? By. Dear children, I have solved some of the sentences. Try to solve the rest of the sentence yourself. Let's move on to the next activity. Dear children, when do we use in? Yes, when some object is in something, we use in. But whenever you get years, season, month, or time of a day, in this noun we use in. Suppose in the year 1980, in rainy season, in summer season. If you get month, in January, in March, in the morning, in the night. Okay, so whenever you get years, season, month, or a time of a day, then we use the preposition in. We use on for days and special days. Suppose on New Year's Eve, on April 1st, on Friday night. So when you get like these words, you use the preposition on. At is used when you get a specific time or the exact time. I get up at 7 o'clock. The exact time is given. The movie starts at 8 o'clock. Okay. So let's move on to the another exercise. E. Fill in the blanks with E at, on or in. First sentence, dash rainy season. Yes, season is given. So what preposition you will use? In rainy season, we use umbrellas and raincoats. There is a new TV serial beginning. Yes, you get the day. So it is a specific day. So on Friday. India became free on 15th August 1947. The struggle for independence started first in 1857. Do you remember, children? When you get year, you have to use in. We get special discount at Diwali. Exact date, okay, exact time. He met me at breakfast. The sun shines brightly at noon. So Diwali breakfast noon tells us the exact time. So we use at preposition in this sentence. Let's move on. Look at this picture given. There are three prepositions here. In. In means an object is already inside something. But when we use into means something from outside, the object is outside and it is going inside in some another object. So in that time we use into. The ball is going into the box. When something is inside and it is coming out, then we use out of. The ball is coming out of the box. Understood, dear children? So let's move on to the next exercise. G. Fill in the blanks with in, into or out of. First sentence. You are not well. Stop running around and get. Now, dear children, you are standing out and you have to get into your bed. So the preposition is into. You are not well, stop running around and get into your bed, said Mr. Mahajan to Rinku. I do not lying in bed, said Rinku. Now, third sentence, I went dash the room. You are standing outside and you are getting inside the room. So what preposition you will use? I went into the room. But finding it empty immediately came out of it. I hope children you understood the difference between in and into. Number 4. Dash India. In India, people respect their elders. The diver dived deep dash the sea. Now diver is a swimmer who is standing outside and is jumping inside the sea. So you will use the preposition into. The diver dived deep into the sea. If the swimmer was already in the water, then you will use in the water. But here the sentence is telling dived. That is, he was standing out and he was getting in the sea. So into the sea. He came dash the water after 2 minutes. Now, yes, exactly. Use the preposition out of. He came out of the water after 2 minutes. Dear children, if you understand the meaning of this preposition, solving of sentences becomes very easy. So, dear children, remember these prepositions and their meaning. Let's move on. Here there are another pictures. On. When some object is on another object, we use on. Above. Above means the object is at a higher level, but on the top of it. Under the box. Below means at a lower level, but exactly below it. Okay. So on, above, under, below. Over. Over means something passing through. When something is passing through from the top, we use over. The ball is going over the box. It is not standing still on the top. When it is standing still on the top, we will use above. But if it is passing through, then you have to use over. Okay? Let's move on to the next exercise. Fill in the blanks with on, over, under, above or below. There is a beautiful flower vase lying on the table. Look for the cat. Where will you look for the cat? Under the table. The plane flew. Now, dear children, the plane is flying. It is not standing on the mountain. So, you will use the plane flew over the mountains. She put her purse dash the pillow. Under the pillow, the water flowed. The children, the water is not standing there, it is flowing. So it is flowing under, so it is under the bridge. Don't sign above or below the stamp, sign on it. I hope children you understood. Yes? So try to solve the rest of the sentences yourself. Here there is another picture, to and from. To is used when it is a starting point. You are going to school, you are going to office. But when you are returning back, you will use from. From school, I came back from office. Okay. So to is the starting point and from is the ending point. So next exercise, okay. Fill in the blanks with from, to or for. First sentence, we lived in Punjab from 2005 to 2014. We lived there for about 9 years. Father goes to his office in the morning. He returns from his office in the evening. Try to solve the rest of the sentence. Here we have another preposition, in front of and near. In front of means straight in front of the object. Near can be anywhere around but at a short distance. Among, when you have more than two objects, you are comparing it with more than two objects, then you will use among. But if you are comparing it between two, then you will use between. And we have one more preposition, behind it. So let's use these words in the next exercise. Fill in the blanks with behind, in front of, near, between or among. First sentence, the painting is, we have two objects. So window and the clock. So we have two objects, so we will use between. He hid behind a curtain. Number 3, Sujata distributed the sweets. Now friends, from the word friends, we can't make out whether she has two or more. So we will consider it as she has many friends. So we use the preposition among. She distributed the sweets among her friends on her birthday. Please do not park your car in front of the gate. We have a beautiful park near our house. Dear children, I hope you understood this lesson thoroughly. Please watch both the videos and try to solve the textbook exercises. Thank you.